To begin with, let's talk about putting on your PFD, a personal flotation device. You must wear it at all times. If you are a poor swimmer, ask for a chest PFD. This is a chest PFD. After zipping it up, use the buckle and secure it at your belly button. This is a waist PFD. The rip cord will be yanked in an emergency. Put the waist PFD on around your waist and secure the buckle. To use this PFD, pull the rip cord, rotate the bag to the front, find the nylon webbing, pull that and place it around your neck. To continue inflating, blow in the red nozzle until full and hold on. Now let's talk harbor safety with Captain Dave Beezer. This is an aerial footage shot of the Santa Barbara Harbor and waterfront. The area in the middle that is red is the channelway. Please stay out of the channelway at all times. There are areas marked in yellow that are areas we'd like you to exercise extreme caution. These are areas where boats are crossing in and out of the channel.
Hi, my name is Dave Beezer. I'm a captain on the whale watch vessel, the Condor Express. We're a 75-foot catamaran based out of the Santa Barbara Harbor. So driving a large boat like this, we don't have as much control as you would think we do, especially when we're around paddlers, kayakers, and especially when we get a wind situation. Right now we've got a group of paddlers coming across in front of the boat. And what's happening here, as they cross in front of me, I'm in a very dangerous situation. I can't stay. They've got to get out of my way.
Use extreme caution at all times and always check for incoming and outgoing boat traffic, especially when large vessels are present.
Okay, we're passing a group of paddlers who are doing everything right. They're on our left-hand side, they're staying to our port side, they're staying to the side of the channel. Now the paddlers are making bad decisions. Now they've decided to come right across the front of the boat. They could have stayed to the side of the harbor entrance here and they would have been safe. But instead they decided to cross in front of us, and you can see the very dangerous situation. They were perfectly fine, perfectly safe. Paddlers are in danger, our passengers are in danger. If the larger boat is passing by you, do not cut in front of it. It's very, very important for everybody's safety. Do not cut in front of it.
Always check behind before making sudden changes in direction, and do not cross in front of boats. This is very dangerous.
Okay, now this group of paddlers is doing everything right. They are out of the way of the harbor shipping lane here, and that's what we want. We want paddlers to give us plenty of room and to stay out of the middle, so boats can travel in the middle of the harbor, paddlers can travel on the sides, and everybody's safe.
Stay together as a group and stay to the sides of the harbor lanes.
This area here in the harbor is very dangerous because it's a very narrow entranceway to get into our slips. Now, another thing to be very aware of when you're paddling is, where do boats dock? Pay attention to where boats are going and pay attention to where they're going to dock the boat. You see this group of paddlers, they're not paying attention to me here. I need to get into my dock here, which is in front of us. And now we're in a dangerous situation. These paddlers are blocking my way. I'm caught in the wind here. I have very limited maneuvering, and you can see this group of paddlers has put us and themselves in a dangerous situation.
Do your best to anticipate where a boat may dock, and always keep eye contact with the captain of the boat when unsure. Launching the kayak from the dock. Sit on the dock. Put your feet into the kayak and get in very slowly. This is how it should look. Untie your bow line from the dock. Have a seat on the white skirt alongside of the dock. Place your feet inside of the kayak, into the footwells, and slowly enter the kayak. Make sure when you're exiting this area to always pass in front of boats, and always have your eyes on the captain's eyes. This is a bad example. Do not step from the dock directly into a kayak. You could severely hurt yourself. This is how to re-enter your kayak if you have capsized. First, grab the kayak. Second, flutter kick with your feet perpendicular to the kayak. This will get your body out of the water. Make a plus sign with the body and the kayak, roll onto your butt, and bring your feet in. This is what it should look like. First of all, you'll need to get the kayak in its upright position. Do so by crawling over the top, grabbing on and leaning back. You can hold your paddle in your hands or place it between you and the kayak. Begin to flutter kick while pulling yourself in. Roll onto your butt, grab your paddle, bring your feet in, you're on your way. This is a bad example. You will see that she rights the kayak correctly, but in her quick attempt to get back in, using her knee, she makes the kayak very unstable. Landing a kayak at the dock. Come in very slowly, pull alongside the dock, place paddle on the dock, and place your hands on the dock to lift up and sit down on the dock. You'll see that he arrives nicely and places his paddle out of way. Using his feet to pull himself up into a sitting position with his feet in the kayak, he is now ready to disembark and tie his kayak to the bow cleat. Please do not pull kayaks onto the dock. Launching a stand-up paddleboard from the dock. First, carry the board to the end of the concrete dock by the floating platform. Affix your leash to the right leg. Place board alongside floating platform. Using the handrail, climb onto the SUP in a kneeling position. This is the good. Find the board that you'd like to use. Grab it by the center handle and pull it out of the bay. Be very careful when backing up. Try not to hit this board against anything. Walk down the concrete platform to the end, where you'll see a floating platform. Walk very carefully on the floating platform. Place your board down so that you can fix your leash to your right leg. This is a Velcro leash and it goes around the top of your calf below the kneecap. Place the board into the water and have a seat, and use your feet to bring the board alongside the floating platform. Once the board is in position, grab the handrail and pull yourself onto the board so that you're kneeling right over the center handle. You can push off and begin using your paddle in that choked up hand position. Once you're ready, get into that standing position and you're on your way. This is a bad example. Do not launch from the back end of our storage area. These boats make it very difficult to exit. You will have to go underneath this line. Do not go underneath this line. Now let's talk about landing your SUP at the dock. Get into a kneeling position 100 feet prior to docking. Approach very slowly and be prepared to stop. Here's a good example. She comes in real slow and gets into her kneeling position. This will make you more stable. Slowly make your way using simple backstrokes to slow yourself down. As you approach and get closer, you can reach for the handrail to pull yourself alongside. Place your paddle on the floating platform and go ahead and have a seat using your feet to hold the board right alongside. Pick the paddle and the board up using that center handle once again. Be very careful, these boards damage really easily. Now let's take a look at a bad example. She's coming in between the dock and the fishing boats, a very narrow squeeze. As she approaches, she's still in a standing position. What's she gonna do here? Oh no! Ah! That is a very good way to hurt yourself. Ooh, nice job. She's very deft. This is how to get your SUP board from our depot on Ledbetter Beach. First, let's take a look at an aerial map. This map shows you the area where we'll be launching you from at Ledbetter Beach in the wind direction. After you exit the back of the Paddle Sports Center shop, walk through the alleyway, across the bike path, and down towards the depot. This is the depot. In the shop, they would have given you a key that opens up a bay that is marked with a number. Use the key to unlock that bay. After you've taken the lock out, place the lock on the pegboard with the key in the lock. This is launching the SUP from the beach. Carry the board from the center handle down to the water's edge and affix the leash on the right leg. Stop, wait, and observe. look out at the waves. See what the set is doing. When a good time to launch has been observed, launch your SUP. It is great to have extra speed, which will help you break through a wave just like this. Paddling consistently is a great idea. Always paddle through the surf zone. Once you are outside of the braking area, you can hop up onto a standing position and make your way down the coast for your paddle. Here is a bad example. First of all, always stay either alongside of your board or to the wave side of your board. Getting on slowly and not paddling immediately can put the board parallel to the waves. And you'll see here, the board will eventually get taken out. Landing your SUP on the beach is also a very delicate process. As you approach, get into a kneeling position as soon as you're into the surf area. Slowly enter the surf zone so that you have control over your board. You want to follow a breaking wave just behind it until you are in shallow enough water so that you can get off and be in waist deep water. Grab the board by the handle and as soon as you can, get up and out of the water. Here is a bad example. First of all, these two are way too close. If one of them ends up surfing a wave into the other person, they will hurt themselves. Stay 50 feet apart. As you enter, do not surf a wave. Oh no, that could happen to you. Avoid surfing waves by doing backstrokes and watching the waves at all times. If you get up in this position, whoa, you could definitely hurt yourself. Stay to the wave side of your board always. Here's an example of returning the SUP to the depot. Carry the board using the handle until you are back at the depot. Find the number on the back of the board and match it up with the bay. Find a friend. Get some help. Put the board into the bay, making sure that the fin is alternating and not touching the board below. Grab the lock, insert the lock into the loop, grab the cable, secure it into the lock, and bring the key back to the shop. Yay! Always use good judgment and have fun. Great times!